What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Nia Matt and I hope you're all doing great. Today we have two major news to talk about, two major transfer news to talk about. And yeah, before we get into it, if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Seems about 80% of people who watch this channel are not subscribed yet, so kindly subscribe, give the video a like if you enjoyed it up to the end. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. First up, let's talk about Gallagher. He has finally completed his move to Athletico Madrid for a reported fee of £36 million, which is about $47 million on a 5-year deal. Gallagher joined Chelsea's academy when he was 6 years old, and he has been a standout performer at Chelsea. He has gone on about, I think, 3 loans in the past, one of which was very successful at Crystal Palace, where he scored 8 goals for Crystal Palace. And that was a very good season for him. I think he was one of the best players in the Premier League at the time, and I think he even got a call up to join the English national team. When he came back to Chelsea, he hasn't really been able to replicate those numbers, but I feel like he has added more to his game, because in Crystal Palace he was just expected to be an attacker. He was expected to be in that attacking midfield role. He wasn't really expected to defend, even though he was so defending and also helping in defense when he was needed. But when he came to Chelsea, it switched, because Chelsea, we have a lot of attackers. At Chelsea, we have a lot of talent in that attacking position, so he was put in a more defensive role, even though he was still attacking when it was needed. But now the focus was on the defensive role, and I think he did that very well last season. Last season he was exceptional. He was one of our best players last season. Palmer was our best, and I think for me personally, Gallagher was the second best, because he was doing a lot of work in that midfield. He was very energetic. He was very hardworking, like winning balls, making in solid tackles. I always said it here in my reviews that I'm really impressed with how he performs. He wasn't scoring goals as much like when he was in Crystal Palace, but he was enabling players like Palmer, players like Jackson, players like Enzo, players like Caicedo to excel. He was a very solid performer for Chelsea. So Gallagher's move to Atletico Madrid finally ended a week and a half saga. There was a point where it seemed like the deal broke down, because he was supposed to be a swap deal for Samu Omorodion, but it didn't work out. Couldn't get Omorodion, so Gallagher had to come back to England to train on his own. And it seems like his time that he spent at Atletico Madrid trying to finish up the deal was very good, because like it impressed the people at Atletico Madrid, so they still wanted to get him at Atletico Madrid. They like this attitude. They also admire him as a player. Apparently Diego Simeone has been one of his admirers for a long time, and he's always wanted him at the club. So they really worked hard to get him at the club. I feel like his energy, his work rate, and ability to break up play will be a perfect fit for Simeone's system. I feel like he's going to excel in Simeone's system, because Simeone really requires a lot from his midfielders. You can't be in his midfield and just be a passerby. No. You have to work. You have to work in his midfield. So even most of his attackers have defensive abilities, even if you are not a defensive midfielder. And Gallagher just fits in already. He has those abilities. He believes he's going to excel there. But his move to Atletico Madrid means that now we get a different player coming to Chelsea, and which is Joao Felix. So Joao Felix rejoins Chelsea for a reported fee of £46 million, which is about $60 million, which is a lot. But he also did very well last season at Atletico Madrid, and so yeah, I feel like he also warrants that amount of money. And as you know, he was on loan at Chelsea last 2 seasons. The latter part of last 2 seasons he was on loan at Chelsea. It didn't really work out as well as we hoped, because I mean in 20 appearances he only scored 4 goals, and for a player his caliber he should have scored more. And he was always like an almost player to me, because he had everything. He had the skills, he had the flair, he had the ability to break down defenses, he had all those things, but just that the final impact wasn't there. And it wasn't just him. I mean, we've had that problem for some time now. We lack in finishing, and he was also an addition to that problem. But it seems like when he went back to Atletico Madrid, he has really improved Atletico Madrid, and it seems like he's coming back a different player, and he's coming back in a different system. If you remember, Pochettino didn't really want him in his squad. That is why he didn't sign him on a permanent deal and he had to go back to Atletico Madrid. But Enzo Maresca has some ideas of how he's going to use them. I mean, he's a very attacking-minded player. Like I said, he's able to break down defenses. His dribbling abilities excellent. I mean, we saw that when he was at Chelsea. He's a fun player to watch. He's a very fun player to watch, and if he adds scoring goals to his repertoire, he's going to excel at Chelsea. We need that. We really need that at Chelsea. And he's also very versatile. He can play in different attacking positions. So Enzo Maresca can really use him anywhere in that attack. I think he's going to use him as an attacking midfielder, somebody who plays right behind the attacker. It'll be interesting to see how he's used at Chelsea. I'm excited to see him back at the club. I'm excited to see what he offers at the club. A lot of Chelsea fans are excited about it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he offers to at the club. So what do these deals mean? How will they impact Chelsea? For me, it's a win-win for both teams. Atletico Madrid gets the player that they want. Chelsea also gets the player that we want. And we wanted an attacking-minded player. We wanted a player who could progress the ball. We wanted a player who can break down defenses, who also has an eye for goal. He also has very good dribbling ability. He's a very skillful player. I mean, we are getting a very quality player. Atletico Madrid are also getting a player who is also very energetic in midfield, who's also very good in making tackles, winning back possession. Is very good in holding the ball too in the midfield. He's also going to give them defensive solidity too as well. So, I mean, nobody's losing. And it's good for his career, because I wouldn't want to be at a club where I'm not wanted, because this board made it clear that he wasn't wanted. They were trying to vilify him, and because of the reports that were coming out, like he wants to leave, he has been given a contract, he's not accepting it. If the contract was good, he was going to accept it. I don't like how the Chelsea board makes it look like these players are forcing their way out when it's clearly them that are not offering what they want. I don't understand why we would be willing to pay so much money to outside players to come into Chelsea, but we refuse to pay homegrown players who already know what it means to play for Chelsea and already have the abilities to as well. So sometimes I don't understand those things, but yeah, it is what it is. And like I said, both teams will be winning in this situation. Let's talk about other possible transfers that will be happening. I think with this one, Fabrizio Romano has even confirmed it that Armando Broja will be joining Ipswich Town on a full season loan. And yeah, we know how he was struggling last season, and even after his injury, when he returned, he hasn't really performed well for Chelsea. Whenever he played in preseason, he just felt so frustrated all the time, and whenever he missed a chance, he missed a pass or something, you could see his reaction on the pitch. It wasn't the best. He wasn't happy. Probably now going to Ipswich Town, he will start afresh, will regain his form again. He was one of those players where there was a lot of expectation around him to do well, because he was good when he was climbing up the ranks in Chelsea, and it seems like it hasn't really worked out in the top level for him. But I really hope that his career picks up and he regains that form again. And so they've signed him with an option to buy, and if he does well, definitely they'll buy him. So I'm looking forward to what he also would offer to Ipswich Town. Because of that, I'll be watching Ipswich Town closely to see how well Broja does. He's a favorite at the club, but it hasn't really worked out for him at Chelsea. Another report from Fabrizio Romano is not really confirmed yet, but Lukaku, yes, believe it or not, Lukaku is still at the club. Lukaku might join Napoli on a permanent transfer as well. That is also in the works, and I'm really hoping that happens, because if that happens, you know what that means. Osimhen might join Chelsea, and I really want this player to join Chelsea. We need a proven striker. We need a proven striker in the number 9 position. So, I mean, he has also had a little bit of injury issues in the past season, but it seems like he's fit now. And even when he returned after injury last season, he was doing very well for Napoli. So, having Osimhen at the club will be a big game changer. We need somebody who is a certified finisher. So looking forward to that too as well. So that's been it on the transfer updates, and let me know what you think about all that I've talked about. Are you excited to see Felix back at Chelsea? Are you happy or sad to see Gallagher leave to Atletico Madrid? I know it's divisive. It's a divisive topic. Some people are happy about it, some people are not happy about it. Me personally, I never wanted Gallagher to leave, but I feel like this is good for him. It's the best for his career and best for Chelsea and Atletico Madrid too as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you're not subscribed yet, kindly subscribe and give this video a like if you've watched this far. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.